Welcome back to the Nothing to See Here lesson plan video series. Please hit subscribe to the Read to Write teacher for more content just like this. Okay, so now we're going to start talking about lesson number 5. So let's get started. We're going to be focused today on the reading skill of generating questions before, during and after to develop the children's understanding of the text. We're going to be responding to the text with their own opinion supported with reasons. For our starter today, the children are going to be up-levelling this sentence. Have students focused on including adjectives to describe Nancy. Our vocabulary check-in. So we're going to drill our new words so children are speaking and hearing the words aloud at least 3 times in a row. We're going to use picture prompts today that illustrate the word meanings. So have a class discussion, elicit sentence, model sentences using the words in a contextualised way. Then move into our game of Pass the Ball. You need access to all the words from the unit so far for this activity. So you can get a soft plastic ball or a foam ball, and the teacher starts off by throwing the ball to a student and saying one of the words from the unit. The student can either put the word into a sentence or say its definition, and then they choose another student to pass the ball to and call out a different word. As soon as someone drops the ball, it must go back to the teacher again, and the same words and sequence of passes are followed. The idea is to get to the point where the ball is not dropped and everyone in the class that has had the ball passed to them. Watch the time with this because we can get carried away sometimes with this game. So you could come back to it later in the day or give it a go later in the lesson as well if you're running out of time. Okay, and then we're going to move into activating our reading skill for today. So we're focusing on questioning. Before, during and after. So again, I would make an explicit comment to the students here that, good readers use questions as it helps them to focus on what they need to find out to build better understanding of the story. And again, practice with those question words: who, what, where, when, why, saying them, what each of them mean if the kids have had little practice with the question words. Modelling questions that you could have using the question words. And then inviting them, think, pair, share with a partner to engage with the reading skill, coming up with questions using our question words on the story so far. This could be done as a class or it could be done as a think, pair, share activity. Then we're going to move into our reading part of our lesson again and remind students we're going to be questioning during our reading so we can focus and develop our comprehension. And again, there's some questions there that you can add to. These are only to give you an idea. And then, of course, another moment to practice our reading skill for today, the questioning. Think, pair, share again. What questions do they have now? So they've finished their part of the reading for today and they could note this down on a whiteboard. You could have them call it out depending on the time that you have for this activity. And get them practicing using those question words as well. And then we're going to move into our activity. Before getting into the actual activity, I would have a short brain break game. Again, a kind of as our activity today is kind of drama based, it could be a drama based sort of game. So, you could call out like have the students move around the room as a certain type of person. So you could call out pretend you're walking like an astronaut, pretend you were looking for something tiny, etc. Just to get them moving and get out a bit of energy so they can focus on the activity that they need to do next. So for this activity, they are going to be responding to the text in a highly contextualised way. So this can be a teacher in role, or you could hot seat a student for this activity. And remember a signifier to help, like a scarf, a hat. It just helps with the feel of the activity. So Prince Grogba's servant has arrived to the party ahead of him and has called all the guests to one side to silence, so he can ask them, in their honest opinion, whether they would recommend the prince to stay at the Nothing to See Here hotel. And all students must introduce themselves as a character from the book. It could be a relative of a character, a creature, and have them ask a question of the servant as well, using a question word if you like, if that's fitting in with the activity. And also explain with a couple of sentences why they believe that Prince Grogba should stay or not. So you want them in character for this, thinking about what they're saying, giving them reasons why he should come to the hotel, why he shouldn't come to the hotel. Maybe they have a question for the servant as well. And then finally, to wrap this up, and we're going to have a conscience alley. So for the closing activity, the children stand in 2 rows opposite each other, and as the servant of Prince Grogba walks down the alley, the characters must all say to stay at the hotel or not stay at the hotel. And then the servant passes final judgment at the end, whether Prince Grogba will come to stay at the hotel or not. And then I always, when I do drama like this, I have a shake off the drama activity at the end. So I pretend like we're all like reaching down to the ground and we're lifting our arms up to the sky, and when our arms get back up to the sky, we're back in the classroom. So that kids are ready and focused for the next lesson as well. It breaks the activity and brings the activity to a close. Okay, I hope you found this lesson helpful in some way to generate ideas for your planning, and please follow along at the Read to Write Teacher, and we'll see you in the next video.